So chat, basically, I'm gonna crash out because like I'm gonna crash out. Literally, everyone's going to Paul's party except me, bro. Like, why? Guys, everyone hit that like button. We're on our grind. Owie. Owie. How's your day going? My day's going pretty good. We on stream, chat. Everyone make sure you hit that like button, y'all. Everyone do me. What should I do with my hair? I don't know. Guys, double tap your screens like this. Double tap your screens like this. Let's get to 50 likes. The drink of the day, or the drink of the stream is a coffee, so I can't really do a crack open. But I'll do a crack open tonight. That sounds kind of weird, but whatever. Guys, hit that like button. Let's go! Thank you guys so much for joining the stream. If you donate, you get your name on the board per usual. You already know the deal. You already know the deal, guys. Boom! Why is school in a month, bro? Why is school in a month, bro? I'm gonna crash out. I'm gonna crash out. I have black hair, right? No, I should. Oh, brunette or blonde? I don't know. Me personally, I like natural. But anyways, guys, hit that like button on the stream. We're about to do some shout-outs. You want me to do more videos with my siblings? I bet. I'll do more with my siblings. My brothers have just been at this camp like for a long time, so that's why I've not done any. Owie. I have like a cut in mine. Everyone hit that like button. Let's go. We're 900 subs away from 275. Let's get it, y'all. Comment your names in the chat. Hit that subscribe button. Let's go. Thank you guys so much for joining the stream. If you donate, you get your name on the board. $50 is name on my hand. $100 is the front flip onto my bed. $200 you get your name on the wall, and then $300 I'll subscribe to you. $400 you'll get a shout out in my community, and $500 I'll do a YouTube Hear Me Out. All right, let's get back to let's do some shout outs, guys. Shout out to Taylor for subscribing. Shout out to Maddie for subscribing. Shout out to Leaf for subscribing. Thank you so much. Shout out to Win for subscribing. Shout out to Oliver for subscribing. Thank you so much. Shout out to Shelby for subscribing. Camilla for subscribing. Appreciate you guys so much. Prisha for subscribing. Shout out to Gavin for subscribing. Shout out to Oliver for subscribing. Guys, hit that sub button. Comment your names down in the chat if you want to shout out. Thank you guys so much for all the support on the streams recently. I've really appreciated it, guys. I can't speak. Whatever. Shout out to Lucilla for subscribing. Micah for subscribing. Kenna for subscribing. Thank you so much. Ava for subscribing. Micah for subscribing. Griffin, thank you for subscribing. Thank you, Logan, for subscribing. Thank you, Gia, for subscribing. Thank you, Bella, for subscribing. Thank you, Mies, for subscribing. Thank you, Jade, for subscribing. Thank you, Gia, for subscribing. Thank you, Ashley, for subscribing. Thank you, Gray, for subscribing. Thank you, Jen, for subscribing. Thank you, Jade, for subscribing. Thank you, Isabella, for subscribing. Thank you, Bella, for subscribing. Guys, hit that sub button. Comment your names down in the chat if you want to shout out. Let's go. Shout out to London for subscribing. Thank you so much. Shout out to Dom for subscribing. Amir for subscribing. Dakota for subscribing. Caden for subscribing. Thank you so much. Weston for subscribing. Thank you, Jackson, for subscribing. Thank you, Jake, for subscribing. Let's go. Yes, my coffee is amazing. Shout out to Evelyn for subscribing. Stella for subscribing. Gloria for subscribing. Lila for subscribing. Shout out to Evelyn for subscribing. Shout out to Jaden for subscribing. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to Logan for subscribing. Let's go. Shout out to Olivia for subscribing. Shout out to Jake for subscribing. Shout out to Evelyn for subscribing. Dio for subscribing. Thank you so much. Flo for subscribing. Kinley for subscribing. You're so amazing, bro. Thank you so much, Jessica. You're amazing too. Appreciate you. Shout out to Maxie for subscribing. Elaney, what's up? Shout out to Jack for subscribing. Bianca for subscribing. Kinley for subscribing. Thank you so much, guys. Shout out to Sophia for subscribing. Shout out to Nick for subscribing. Everyone do me a favor. Like the stream, okay? Everyone do me a favor. Leave a like on the stream, guys. Everyone do this, okay? Everyone double tap your screens like this. Double tap your screens like this. Hey, Morgan. Hey, how's your day been? Mine's been decent. Hey, honestly, I've had a pretty good day, Morgan. Thank you so much for the $10 donation. Morgan, let's get your name on the board. The bigger the dono, the bigger the circle. You already know the drill. $10, let's get your circle. Thank you so much, Morgan. Appreciate you a lot for all these donos recently. It helps out the channel so much. Supports. Anyways, guys, let's get to some shoutouts. Shout out to Anna for subscribing. Shout out to Lily for subscribing. Shout out to Courtney for subscribing. Shout out to Reagan for subscribing. Shout out to Anna for subscribing. Shout out to Ava for subscribing. Logan for subscribing. Lily for subscribing. Thank you so much. Logan again for subscribing. Thank you. Jasmine for subscribing. Ava for subscribing. Yasmin for subscribing. Dio for subscribing. Jack for subscribing. Guys, hit that sub button. Comment your names down in the chat. Shout out to Camilla for subscribing. Thank you so much. Shout out to AJ for subscribing. Shout out to Camilla for subscribing. Shout out to... Bro, I don't know, Hannah. It's your choice, I guess. Shout out to AJ for subscribing. Maggie for subscribing. Caden for subscribing. Fletcher for subscribing. Val for subscribing. Annie for subscribing. Ava for subscribing. Jayla for subscribing. Yazin for subscribing. Guys, hit that sub button. Comment your names down in the chat. Shout out to Lacey. Shout out to Ava. Shout out to Kaylee. Shout out to Moriah. Shout out to Lexi for subscribing. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to Rose for subscribing. Shout out to Weston for subscribing. Shout out to Jade for subscribing. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to Maggie for subscribing. Shout out to Evelyn for subscribing. Appreciate you. Shout out to Liliana for subscribing. Sedona for subscribing. Shout out to Michael for subscribing. Shout out to Jada for subscribing. Shout out to Cole for subscribing. Guys, hit that sub button. Comment your names down in the chat if you want to shout out. Shout out to Cade for subscribing. Remy for subscribing. Anija for subscribing. Layla for subscribing. Ivy for subscribing. Presley for subscribing. Eamon for subscribing. Naya for subscribing. Who else? Shout out to Anna for subscribing. Thank you so much, Anna. Thank you, Kenzie, for subscribing. Thank you, Autumn, for subscribing. Thank you, Bella, for subscribing. Thank you, Max, for subscribing. Thank you, Mirren, for subscribing. Thank you, Zoe, for subscribing. Thank you, Maddox, for subscribing. Thank you, Ember, for subscribing. Appreciate y'all so much. Everyone hit that sub button. Comment your names down in the chat if you want a shout out, guys. Let's go, y'all. Oh my goodness. Don't worry. There's more where that came from. Glad your day is going good. Yo, Morgan, thank you so much for another $10 donation. W Morgan in the chat, guys. Go subscribe to Morgan right now. Let's change her amount to 20 bucks. Guys, if you donate, you get your name on the board. Let's make our circle a little bigger. The bigger the donut, the bigger the circle, guys. All right, guys, hit that subscribe button. Comment your names down in the chat. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Shout out to Aiden for subscribing. Shout out to Braden for subscribing. Shout out to Jack for subscribing. Shout out to Aiden for subscribing. Shout out to Maya for subscribing. Shout out to Marilyn for subscribing. Isla for subscribing. Cash for subscribing. Braden for subscribing. Josh for subscribing. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to Brianna for subscribing. Shout out to Haven for subscribing. Shout out to Clara for subscribing. Prue for subscribing. Liliana for subscribing. Logan for subscribing. Elia for subscribing. Thank you, Ella, for subscribing. Lauren for subscribing. Dylan for subscribing. Sophia for subscribing. Chloe, thank you for subscribing. Thank you, Isabella, for subscribing. Thank you, Joy, for subscribing. Guys, hit that sub button. Comment your names down in the chat. Where's your energy at? Bro, I literally have energy. Shout out to Avani for subscribing. Morgan! Oh my goodness! I'm doing little by little. LOL. Morgan, you're actually such a W. Thank you so much for another $20 donation. W Morgan in the chat, guys. Go sub to her right now. Morgan is now 10 bucks away from getting her first reward, which is name on my hand, which she's had before. Many times, honestly. All right, there's Morgan's updated circle. Thank you so much, Morgan. Guys, hit that sub button. Comment your names down in the chat if you want to shout out. Let's try to get to 275,000 subscribers. Shout out to June for subscribing. Shout out to Eamon for subscribing. Muffin for subscribing. Hunter, thank you for subscribing. Thank you, Karis, for subscribing. I want to donate, but I don't know how. It should be a button down there or down there somewhere if you want. Shout out to David for subscribing. Brantley for subscribing. Zoe for subscribing. Liv for subscribing. Teddy for subscribing. Bella for subscribing. Joshua for subscribing. Justin for subscribing. Guys, if you donate, you get your name on the board. So far, we just got Morgan on the board. Shout out to Anaya for subscribing. Shout out to Keone for subscribing. Mallory, thank you for subscribing. Thank you, Mary Kate, for subscribing. Thank you, Javon, for subscribing. Thank you, Clara, for subscribing. Thank you, Judson, for subscribing. Thank you, Emma, for subscribing. Thank you, Layla, for subscribing. Morgan, thank you so much. Might as well have my name on your hand again. LOL. W. Morgan in the chat. Let's update her circle to $50. Thank you so much, Morgan. $50, Morgan. W. Oh my gosh, bro. Let's get Morgan's name on my hand. M-O-R-G-A-N. Thank you so much, Morgan. W. Morgan, thank you so much. Guys, comment your names down in the chat. Hit that subscribe button if you want a shout out. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I'm trying to think of a new reward I could give to Morgan because she already has gotten all the rewards. You know what I mean? Shout out to Cammy for subscribing. Shout out to Dory for subscribing. Tucker for subscribing. Tori for subscribing. Shout out to Charlotte for subscribing. Shout out to Logan for subscribing. Guys, hit that sub button. Comment your names down in the chat if you want a shout out. If you donate, you get your name on the board. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to Jay for subscribing. Eamon for subscribing. Amir for subscribing. Millie for subscribing. Weston for subscribing. Shout out to Annabelle for subscribing. Shout out to Jake for subscribing. Shout out to Naya for subscribing. Shout out to Camden for subscribing. Shout out to Lacey for subscribing. Shout out to Rhea for subscribing. Shout out to Raekwon for subscribing. Appreciate you so much. Kennedy for subscribing. Shout out to Addison for subscribing. Thank you, Ainsley, for subscribing. Thank you, Jake, for subscribing. Thank you, Lulu, for subscribing. Amir, for subscribing. Ashley, thank you for subscribing. Eamon, thank you for subscribing. Annabelle, for subscribing. Briggs, for subscribing. Guys, hit that sub button. Comment your names down in the chat. If you donate, you get your name on the whiteboard. The bigger the donor, the bigger the circle, guys. Thank you so much. Everyone in the chat, do me a favor. Everyone in the chat, guys. Everyone in the chat, double tap your screens like this. Double tap your screens like this. Let's go. Yo, oh my goodness. I'm sorry. Just had to keep donating. LOL, I can't stop. Just love your channel so much. Morgan, you are such a GOAT, bro. Guys, go sub to Morgan if you haven't. Morgan, thank you so much for $70 donated already to the channel. Really appreciate you. It helps out so much. Thank you so much, Morgan. Oh my goodness, bro. Guys, hit that sub button. Comment your names in the chat. Morgan is $30 away from me doing a front flip onto my bed. Guys, hit that sub button. Comment your names in the chat. Let's go. Shout out to Amir for subscribing. Shout out to Shay for subscribing. Shout out to Noah for subscribing. Shout out to Paige for subscribing. Shout out to Landon for subscribing. Jabron for subscribing. Mark for subscribing. Noah for subscribing. Joanna, thank you for subscribing. Thank you, Nadia, for subscribing. Thank you, Sophie, for subscribing. Thank you, Logan, for subscribing. Appreciate y'all so much. No, Hannah, stop. Hannah, stop. Shout out to Weston for subscribing. Shout out to Emily for subscribing. Shout out to Henry for subscribing. Shout out to Gabby for subscribing. Shout out to McKenna for subscribing. Thank you so much. Lulu for subscribing. Thank you, Anaya, for subscribing. Thank you, Christina, for subscribing. Thank you, Layla, for subscribing. Guys, if you haven't watched the long form video yet, I don't know what you're doing. You should go watch that at the end of the stream, guys. Shout out to Nina for subscribing. Shout out to Yahara for subscribing. Shout out to Delana for subscribing. Shout out to Jamil for subscribing. Shout out to Natalie for subscribing. Shout out to Lucila for subscribing. Shout out to Kaylin for subscribing. Guys, hit that subscribe button. Comment your names in the chat. We're 600 subs away from 275,000 subscribers. Appreciate y'all so much. Spam, call your names in the chat. Hit that sub button. If you donate, you get your name on the board, like Morgan. Let's go, chat. Let's go. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going, guys. Spam, comment your names in the chat. Hit that subscribe button if you want a shout out. Let's go. Shout out to Diana for subscribing. Olivia, thank you for subscribing. Junie, thank you for subscribing. Leah, thank you for subscribing. Leia, thank you for subscribing. Aspen, thank you for subscribing. What's up, Hannah? Shout out to Maria for subscribing. Gianna for subscribing. Mr. Beast for subscribing. McKenna, thank you for subscribing. Thank you, Zoe, for subscribing. Thank you, Gavin, for subscribing. Thank you, Addison, for subscribing. Thank you, Haley, for subscribing. Thank you, Kinley, for subscribing. Guys, hit that sub button. Comment your names down in the chat if you want to shout out. Let's go. Appreciate you guys so much. Everyone hit that like button up top. Let's get to 500 likes. Shout out to Bailey for subscribing. Shout out to Erica for subscribing. Shout out to Carly for subscribing. Shout out to Evelyn for subscribing. Shout out to Kaylee for subscribing. Shout out to Tommy for subscribing. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to Owen for subscribing. Shout out to Tommy for subscribing. Shout out to Owen again for subscribing. Morgan, thank you so much. Don't worry, another 10 on the way. Had to see another front flip. W Morgan in the chat, guys. Go sub to Morgan. Morgan is up to $90 donated to the channel on this one stream. Thank you so much, Morgan. You are actually the GOAT of the donations, bro. Oh my gosh. Guys, if you donate, you get your name on the board, alright? I'm trying to think of... I'm going to give a huge shout out to Morgan in my community by the end of this. Alright, ready? Shout out to Justice for subscribing. Shout out to Ava for subscribing. Shout out to Celeste for subscribing. AJ for subscribing. Lila for subscribing. Daniel for subscribing. Eternity for subscribing. Ava for subscribing. Andy, thank you for subscribing. I'm not short. Shout out to Lena for subscribing. Shout out to Blue for subscribing. Shout out to Madeline for subscribing. Shout out to Carly for subscribing. Shout out to Hudson for subscribing. Guys, if you want to shout out, all you got to do is comment your names down in the chat and hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for all the support. I'm going to give you guys all shout outs. Shout out to Linda for subscribing. Peyton for subscribing. Janet for subscribing. Thank you so much. Jaslyn for subscribing. Rylan for subscribing. Elaine for subscribing. Colt. Yo, Colt Davis. Thank you so much, Colt, for the $1 dono. Let's get Colt's name on the board for that donation. Thank you so much, bro. Colt for the $1. Appreciate you, man. Your name's on the board now. Guys, if anyone else wants their name on the board, all you got to do is donate. Thank you guys so much. We're 500 subs away from 275 subscribers. 5,000 subscribers, guys. Thank you so much. Everyone double tap your screens like this on the stream. Double tap your screens like this on the stream so we can get to 500 likes. Thank you guys so much. Let's go. Hadley Norman. Thank you so much, Hadley, for the $1 dono. Really appreciate that for supporting the channel. Hadley, let's get your name on the board as well. W Hadley. Guys, go sub to both of them. Hit that subscribe button. Comment your names down in the chat if you want to shout out, guys. Let's go. Shout out to Vinny for subscribing. Shout out to Eliza for subscribing. Shout out to Junie for subscribing. Shout out to Lena for subscribing. Shout out to Lily for subscribing. Shout out to Charles for subscribing. Amanda, thank you for subscribing. Fernando, thank you for subscribing. I'm not left-handed. This is my right. Shout out to Molly for subscribing. Shout out to Vanish for subscribing. Shout out to Paige for subscribing. Shout out to Winnie for subscribing. Shout out to Ella for subscribing. Shout out to Gong for subscribing. AJ for subscribing. Eliza for subscribing. Deanna for subscribing. Darvin for subscribing. Thank you guys so much. Effie, thank you for subscribing. Thank you, Allie, for subscribing. Andrea for subscribing. Allie for subscribing. Savannah for subscribing. Leah for subscribing. Adam for subscribing. Guys, hit that sub button. Comment your names down in the chat. Let's go. Everyone in the chat, do me a favor real quick, y'all. Everyone in the chat, do me a favor. Double tap your screens like this on the stream. Just click your stream or click your screens like this on the stream. Let's get to 500 likes. Thank you guys so much. All right, guys, if you want to shout out, all you got to do is comment your names down below and hit that sub button. Let's go. My hands are so big, bro. Like, bro. Everyone be talking about how big my hands are. Like, leave me alone, bro. Like, leave me alone, bro. All right, let's go. Shout out to Jalen for subscribing. Shout out to Lily for subscribing. Shout out to Mimi for subscribing. Shout out to Frank for subscribing. I'm your #1 favorite YouTuber. Let's go, Frank. Shout out to Luca for subscribing. Shout out to Melly for subscribing. Shout out to Mira for subscribing. Shout out to Nicole for subscribing. Shout out to Brielle for subscribing. Shout out to Quinn for subscribing. Kenzie, thank you for subscribing. Thank you, Leah, for subscribing. Thank you, Mayfield, for subscribing. W's in the chat. Shout out to Hayden for subscribing. Thank you so much, Luca, for subscribing. Sarah for subscribing. Summer for subscribing. Guys, if you want to shout out, all you got to do is comment your names down in the chat. Hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys so much. I post daily shorts, weekly long form videos, and I do daily lives. Thank you so much for joining the stream, guys. Let's go. Thank you, Jace, for subscribing. Thank you, Anna, for subscribing. Thank you, Logan, for subscribing. Thank you, Luca, for subscribing. Thank you, Melvin, for subscribing. Thank you, Gail, for subscribing. Thank you, Matthew, for subscribing. Thank you, Gabriel, for subscribing. Thank you, Lainey, for subscribing. Thank you, Eliza, for subscribing. Thank you, Quinn, for subscribing. Thank you, Andrew, for subscribing. Thank you, Avery, for subscribing. Thank you, Luca, for subscribing. Thank you, Baker, for subscribing. Thank you, Haley, for subscribing. Let's go, chat. Thank you so much for all the support. Everyone do me a favor. Double tap your screens on the stream like this. What's up, Kate? Guys, let's get to 500 or 600 likes, guys. Everyone spam click your screens like this to like the stream. Thank you guys so much. Let's get back to some shoutouts in a second. Guys, if we get to 275,000, that would be insane. We're 400 subscribers away from 275,000. Let's try and get there, guys. Shout out to Vasil for subscribing. Shout out to Fallon for subscribing. Shout out to Leah for subscribing. Shout out to Lucy for subscribing. Shout out to Leora for subscribing. Shout out to Frank for subscribing. Cassidy for subscribing. Katrina for subscribing. Reagan for subscribing. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to Bosuk for subscribing. Shout out to Felicia for subscribing. Shout out to Miranda for subscribing. Shout out to Harrison for subscribing. Carmela for subscribing. You're a big fan. AWs. Shout out to Annabelle for subscribing. Nevada for subscribing. Josie. Annabelle. Remy. Addie for subscribing. Bosuke for subscribing. Addie for subscribing. Anna Skrushka. Shout out to Nina for subscribing. Mihai for subscribing. Charlene for subscribing. Cash for subscribing. Layla for subscribing. Kaylin for subscribing. Jacob, thank you for subscribing. Cash, thank you for subscribing. Audrey, thank you for subscribing. Serene for subscribing. Mia for subscribing. Thank you, Cash, for subscribing. Thank you, Aina, for subscribing. Sela for subscribing. Alina for subscribing. Cannon for subscribing. Thank you so much. Aria for subscribing. Thank you, Maria, for subscribing. Thank you, Christina, for subscribing. Guys, hit that sub button. Comment your names down in the chat. Let's go. Spam, comment your names in the chat. Hit that subscribe button if you want a shout out. Let's get to 275,000. Thank you guys so much. Everyone do me a favor. Everyone do me a favor and spam click your screens like this. Let's get to 700 likes. Spam click your screens like that. I'll be right back, guys. I'll be right back. Yo, boys. Where are you at? Come hang out with y'all in a little bit. Alright, chat, I'm back. If you donate, you get your name on the board. Spam, comment your names down in the chat. Hit that subscribe button if you want to shout out. Let's go. We need 300 more subs for 275,000. Let's get it, yo. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to Marley for subscribing. Shout out to Heidi for subscribing. Shout out to Kay for subscribing. Ken for subscribing. Pula for subscribing. Sophie for subscribing. Abigail, thank you for subscribing. Thank you, Narin, for subscribing. Thank you, Pula, for subscribing. Appreciate you so much. Jad for subscribing. Ollie for subscribing. Charlene for subscribing. Emma for subscribing. Oh, you donated 5? Hold on. Oh, I don't see it. Shout out to Samson for subscribing. Shout out to Jake for subscribing. Shout out to Fifi for subscribing. Shout out to Jad for subscribing. Shout out to Willow for subscribing. Guys, hit that sub button. Comment your names down in the chat if you want to shout out. Shout out to Andrew. Shout out to Zoe. Shout out to Kenzie for subscribing. Shout out to Abby for subscribing. Shout out to Leah for subscribing. Shout out to Sophia for subscribing. Shout out to Brighton for subscribing. Shout out to Regi for subscribing. Narin for subscribing. Leah for subscribing. Abby for subscribing. Carson for subscribing. Rosa for subscribing. Thank you so much. Mimi for subscribing. Leah for subscribing. Anna for subscribing. Thank you so much. Carson for subscribing. Thank you so much. Bro, Hannah, stop rage rating, bro. Guys, spam, comment your names down in the chat. Hit that subscribe button if you want to shout out, guys. We're 250 subs away from 275. Thank you guys so much. Road to 300K. Join us on our journey. I post daily shorts, weekly long form videos, and daily lives, guys. If you donate, you get your name on the board. Let's go. Shout out to Camilla for subscribing. Lily for subscribing. Shout out to Savannah for subscribing. Shout out to Summer for subscribing. Shout out to Zoe for subscribing. Leo for subscribing. Leah for subscribing. Ryder for subscribing. Britton for subscribing. Shout out to Summer for subscribing. Shout out to Sky for subscribing. Thank you so much. Bobby for subscribing. Thank you, Elijah, for subscribing. Thank you, Austin, for subscribing. Thank you, Julia, for subscribing. Thank you, Layla, for subscribing. Alexa, for subscribing. Thank you so much. Kenzie, for subscribing. Thank you, Sky, for subscribing. Thank you, Kylie, for subscribing. Guys, hit that sub button. Comment your names down in the chat if you want to shout out. We're 200 away, guys. Shout out to Sky. Shout out to PJ. Shout out to Emma for subscribing. Shout out to Laura for subscribing. Shout out to Kaylee for subscribing. Shout out to Emma for subscribing. Shout out to Morgan for subscribing. Thank you so much. Guys, if you want to shout out, all you got to do is comment your names in the chat. Hit that sub button. Thank you guys so much. If you donate, you get your name on the board. And yeah, guys. Everyone do me a favor and spam click your screens like this, guys. Everyone spam click your screens like this to like the stream. Let's get to 1,000 likes. Thank you guys so much for all the support. Y'all are actually W's, bro. Y'all are actually W's. Let's go, let's go, let's go. We're so close to 275,000. Shout out to Emily for subscribing. Shout out to Aiden for subscribing. Shout out to John for subscribing. Carter for subscribing. Leah for subscribing. Akana for subscribing. Vanjie for subscribing. Abigail for subscribing. Truly for subscribing. Thank you guys so much for liking the stream. Shout out to Nabi for subscribing. Vanji for subscribing. We're 200 likes away from 1,000 likes, guys. Everyone double tap your screens. Double tap your screens. Hit that like button. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to Sarah for subscribing. Shout out to Chris for subscribing. Shout out to Sean for subscribing. Shout out to Kenzie for subscribing. Thank you guys so much. Spam, comment your names down in the chat. Hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much. All right. Shout out to Daisy for subscribing. Rose for subscribing. Joff for subscribing. Lucas for subscribing. Penny for subscribing. Thank you, Ariana, for subscribing. Thank you, Cami, for subscribing. Thank you, Leon, for subscribing. Thank you, Lemon, for subscribing. Lily, thank you for subscribing. Thank you, Yabella, for subscribing. Thank you, Akana, for subscribing. Thank you, Steph, for subscribing. Thank you, Livy, for subscribing. Thank you, Eden, for subscribing. Madison, for subscribing. April, for subscribing. Becca, for subscribing. Guys, hit that sub button. Comment your names down in the chat. Thank you guys so much. We're 50 subs away from 275,000. You guys are actually W's. Spam your names in the chat. Hit that sub button if you want a shout out. Road to 300K, y'all. We're getting closer by the day. If you donate, you get your name on the board. Depending on how much you donate, you get a prize as well. Shout out to Grayson for subscribing. Pula for subscribing. Felix for subscribing. Shout out to King for subscribing. London for subscribing. Thank you so much. Marcus for subscribing. Thank you, Daniel, for subscribing. Thank you, Kaylee, for subscribing. Thank you, Marcus, for subscribing. Thank you, Blake, for subscribing. Thank you, Corbin, for subscribing. Thank you, Anna, for subscribing. Amila, for subscribing. Karabo, for subscribing. Andon, for subscribing. Losif, for subscribing. Carter, for subscribing. Amp, for subscribing. Edson, for subscribing. Party, thank you for subscribing. Thank you, Louie, for subscribing. Thank you, Kelsey, for subscribing. You guys are absolutely insane. Thank you guys so much for 275,000 subscribers, guys. Let's keep going. Let's try to get to 276,000. I will be doing a giveaway at 300,000 subs, so make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. Shout out to Jordan for subscribing. Shout out to Pula for subscribing. Shout out to Mason for subscribing. Shout out to Nijarvis for subscribing. Shout out to Willow for subscribing. Shout out to Liam for subscribing. Shout out to Shirley for subscribing. Dale for subscribing. Stella for subscribing. Thank you so much, guys. Shout out to Stell for subscribing. Ilani for subscribing. Katie for subscribing. Thank you so much. Carson for subscribing. Landon is twin. I am twin. Shout out to Kenzie for subscribing. Shout out to Emily for subscribing. Shout out to Elsa for subscribing. Benel for subscribing. Emmy for subscribing. Shout out to Banley for subscribing. Thanos for subscribing. Logan for subscribing. Amir for subscribing. Everyone do me a favor. Spam click your screens like this. Everyone double type your screens like this on the stream. It helps out and we can get to 1,000 likes, guys. Let's go. Shout out to Pre for subscribing. Faith for subscribing. Yondel for subscribing. Bree for subscribing. Cervantes for subscribing. Thank you so much. Megan, thank you for subscribing. Abel, thank you for subscribing. Thank you, Casper, for subscribing. W. Casper, thank you. Dubs for subscribing. Thank you, Hector, for subscribing. Thank you, Chandler, for subscribing. Guys, spam, comment your names down in the chat. Hit that subscribe button. Let's go. Spam, comment your names in the chat. Hit that sub button if you want to shout out. Road to 300K. Giveaway at 300K. Thank you guys so much for joining the stream. If you donate, you get your name on the board. I post so much daily content, guys. You won't want to miss out. Appreciate y'all. Shout out to Charles for subscribing. Casey for subscribing. Judson for subscribing. George for subscribing. Shout out to King for subscribing. Riley, thank you for subscribing. Chance, thank you for subscribing. Abel, thank you for subscribing. Jojo for subscribing. Lucy for subscribing. Iris, thank you for subscribing. Sophia for subscribing. Carla, thank you for subscribing. Lila, thank you for subscribing. W's in the chat. Appreciate y'all so much for joining the stream. Let me take a quick break. Come on, guys. Everyone double tap your screens like this. Let's get to 1,000 likes. Everyone double tap your screens. Thank you so much. We are 800 subs away from 276,000. Everyone be sure to hit that sub button and spam comment your names down in the chat. Thank you guys so much. Let's go. If someone donates $50, you get your name on my hand in Sharpie. $100, I'll do a front flip onto my bed. $200, name on my wall. $300, I'll subscribe to you. And then I forgot the others. But anyways, guys, comment your names in the chat. Hit that sub button. Let's get back to some shout-outs. Shout out to Liam for subscribing. Alex for subscribing. David for subscribing.Cio for subscribing. Walker for subscribing. Priscilla for subscribing. Thank you so much. Riley for subscribing. Thank you. Naira for subscribing. Thank you. Lila for subscribing. Essa for subscribing. Jonathan for subscribing. I'm actually like 5'11". Shout out to Zane for subscribing. Shout out to Kato for subscribing. Ava for subscribing. Grace for subscribing. Trillion for subscribing. Ollie for subscribing. Kato for subscribing. Guys, hit that sub button. Comment your names down in the chat. Let's go. Shout out to Rose. Shout out to Brooklyn. Shout out to Vincent. Shout out to Molly. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to LeBron for subscribing. Shout out to Kato for subscribing. Braden, thank you for subscribing. LeBron for subscribing. W, thank you so much. Hit that sub button. Comment your names down in the chat. Let's go. Shout out to Joshua. Shout out to Cope. Shout out to Johnny. Shout out to Ansley for subscribing. Johnny again for subscribing. David for subscribing. Michelle for subscribing. Katharina, thank you for subscribing. Thank you, Gabby, for subscribing. Thank you, Gwen, for subscribing. Thank you, Joel, for subscribing. Thank you, Seb, for subscribing. W's in the chat. Thank you so much. We finished another page, guys. Let's get the next one. Everyone, comment your names down in the chat. Hit that subscribe button if you want a shout out. Thank you guys so much. All right, chat. We're going to get started. We're going to get started with some more shout outs in just a second. Everyone, make sure you double tap your screens on the stream, though. Let's get to 1.2K likes, guys. Everyone in the stream, hang on, guys, hang on. Everyone in the stream, spam click your screens like this until you see that thumbs up, and that helps out the stream so much, guys. Hit that sub button, comment your names down in the chat if you want to shout out. Let's get to it, guys. Let's get to 276,000 subs. Shout out to Reed for subscribing, Glenn for subscribing, Alyssa for subscribing, Jordan for subscribing, Abel for subscribing. Shout out to Bob for subscribing. Shout out to Carms for subscribing. Shout out to Keegan for subscribing. Shout out to Cope for subscribing. Shout out to Isla for subscribing. Shout out to Carla for subscribing. Shout out to Ashton for subscribing. Shout out to Tamia for subscribing. Shout out to King Bob for subscribing. Shout out to Ella for subscribing. Shout out to Naomi for subscribing. Shout out to Zania for subscribing. Shout out to Mia for subscribing. Shout out to MK for subscribing. Britton for subscribing. Megan for subscribing. Ali for subscribing. Ava for subscribing. Gabriel for subscribing. Guys, hit that sub button. Comment your names down in the chat if you want to shout out. Shout out to Easton for subscribing. Bob for subscribing. Gio for subscribing. Nelly for subscribing. Divya for subscribing. Oso for subscribing. Parker for subscribing. Essa for subscribing. Joanna for subscribing. Parker, thank you for subscribing. Simon, thank you for subscribing. Peyton for subscribing. Nora, thank you for subscribing. Guys, spam comment your names in the chat. Hit that sub button. We're 600 subs away from 276,000. You guys are absolutely insane. If you guys haven't liked up the shorts today yet, make sure you go like up the shorts. And yesterday, I posted a long form video. I'll show you guys. It's at 700 views. This long form video right there, the top one. It's a Q&A, 5 minutes long. If you want to go watch that after the stream, I'd really appreciate it, guys. It helps out a lot. Like, when you guys watch these long form videos, it makes my day. Because I spend the most time on those long form videos. And then, yeah. I posted a lot of shorts today, too, so make sure you go like them up. Thank you guys so much for all the support. Anyways, y'all, comment your names down in the chat and smash that subscribe button if you want to shout out. Let's go. Let's go, let's go. Thank you guys so much. Let's go. Let's get to 276,000. I will be streaming later tonight as well. Shout out to Mia for subscribing, Colin for subscribing, Brody for subscribing, Brooklyn for subscribing, Allison for subscribing. Shout out to Clara for subscribing. Leah for subscribing. Nelly, thank you for subscribing. Malachi, thank you for subscribing. Max for subscribing. Let's go. Ruby for subscribing. Thank you. Reagan for subscribing. Thank you. Isla for subscribing. Thank you. Losif for subscribing. Mila for subscribing. Negan for subscribing. Rowan for subscribing. Jada for subscribing. Weston for subscribing. Mila for subscribing. Guys, hit that sub button. Comment your names down in the chat if you want a shout out. Thank you so much. If you donate, you get your name on the board, on the whiteboard, and circle the name. The bigger the donor, the bigger the circle. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to Akari. Shout out to Elliot. Shout out to Kaylee. Shout out to Nick. Shout out to Lauren for subscribing. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to Thalia for subscribing. David for subscribing. Nick for subscribing. Jasmine for subscribing. Daniel, thank you for subscribing. Thank you, Jameen, for subscribing. Thank you, Serenity, for subscribing. Thank you, Isabella, for subscribing. Thank you, Ellie, for subscribing. Chanella, for subscribing. Guys, hit that sub button. Comment your names down in the chat if you want to shout out. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you so much for all the support. Let's get to 276,000 subs. Then we'll be 24,000 away from 300K, which would be insane, bro. I think I'm going to hit 300K while I'm on vacation, which would be pretty awesome. Shout out to Cameron for subscribing. Nephew for subscribing. Leah, Lily for subscribing. Hope it makes your day. Yo, Jacob. Thank you so much, Jacob. That does make it my day, bro. Jacob, let's get your name on the board, bro. Guys, go sub to Jacob. Thank you so much, man. It supports the channel a lot. Thank you so much for that donation. Jacob's name is on the board and circled. Appreciate you so much for that $10 donation, bro. W's. Shout out to Sasha for subscribing, Lily for subscribing, Tess for subscribing, JJ for subscribing, Jacob for subscribing, Katie for subscribing, Bagel for subscribing. Thank you so much. Bella for subscribing. Thank you, Hamish, for subscribing. Guys, hit that sub button. Comment your names down in the chat. Thank you guys so much. Let's get to 276,000. We are 520 subs away from 276. I think we can get it, honestly. I think we can get there, guys. Shout out to Amelia for subscribing. Lainey for subscribing. Sophie, thank you for subscribing. Essa, thank you for subscribing. Niall, thank you for subscribing. Naomi, thank you for subscribing. Livy for subscribing. Cope for subscribing. William, thank you for subscribing. Remy, thank you for subscribing. Bella, thank you for subscribing. Michael for subscribing. Thank you, Rain, for subscribing. Thank you, Amelia, for subscribing. Thank you, Remington, for subscribing. Thank you, Sophia, for subscribing. Thank you, Donna, for subscribing. Thank you, Braden, for subscribing. Thank you, Amelia, for subscribing. Thank you, Coda, for subscribing. Thank you, Chris, for subscribing. Thank you, Ragnar, for subscribing. Chanella, thank you for subscribing. Tegan, thank you for subscribing. Abigail, thank you for subscribing. Guys, comment your names down in the chat. Hit that sub button if you want a shout out. Let's try and get to 276,000, guys. Appreciate y'all so much. Everyone in the chat, do me a favor, okay? If y'all have been in the stream, you already know what the favor is. But everyone do me a favor. Spam, click your screens like this till you see the thumbs up. Everyone double tap your screens like this. The thumbs up helps out the stream so much. So make sure you hit that sub button. Thank you guys so much. Ready? Let's do some more shout outs. Shout out to Mary for subscribing, Kason for subscribing, Logan for subscribing, Kayla for subscribing, Garrison for subscribing, Trent for subscribing, Deshaun for subscribing, Mason, thank you for subscribing, Connor for subscribing, Eliana for subscribing, Noah, thank you for subscribing, Mira, thank you for subscribing, Pepper, thank you for subscribing, Jordan for subscribing, Titus for subscribing, Ayla, thank you for subscribing. Thank you, Ivy, for subscribing. Thank you, Cash, for subscribing. Mia, for subscribing. Iris, for subscribing. Lily, for subscribing. Jordan, for subscribing. Mia, for subscribing. Essa, for subscribing. Abby, for subscribing. Bro, what the heck is happening? Camilla, thank you for subscribing. Leah, thank you for subscribing. Haley, for subscribing. Brianna, thank you for subscribing. Albert, for subscribing. Connella, for subscribing. Paisley, thank you for subscribing. Titus, thank you for subscribing. Jasmine, for subscribing. Chase, for subscribing. No, it's not, Hannah. Marine, thank you for subscribing. Yolanda, thank you for subscribing. Ollie, thank you for subscribing. Londia, for subscribing. Iris, for subscribing. Thank you, Manel, for subscribing. Boom, boom, boom. Scarlett, thank you for subscribing. Cash, thank you for subscribing. Smaritha for subscribing. Lanessa for subscribing. Lily for subscribing. Thank you so much, guys. Hit that subscribe button. Spam, comment your names in the chat, and hit that sub button if you want a shout out, guys. Let's try to get to 276,000. Thank you guys so much. I'm going to get some more shout outs going in just a minute here. Just a minute. If you donate, you get your name on the board, guys. Donate, you get your name on the whiteboard. Thank you guys so much. Are y'all subbed to my spam account? Alright, bet. Let's get back to some shoutouts, guys. Comment your names down in the chat and hit that subscribe button if you want a shout out, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for all the support. I'm going to give you guys all shout outs if I can. Bro, Hannah, chill. Alright, let's go. Shout out to Ian for subscribing, Stunny for subscribing, Cody for subscribing, Cade for subscribing, Jacob for subscribing, Roslyn for subscribing, Katie for subscribing, Sunny for subscribing, Lola for subscribing, Coda, thank you for subscribing, Molly for subscribing, Bun for subscribing, Riley for subscribing, thank you so much, Brandon for subscribing. Guys, spam comment your names in the chat, hit that sub button. Shout out to Taylor for subscribing, shout out to Andrew for subscribing, shout out to Kingston for subscribing, Maddie, thank you for subscribing, Layla, thank you for subscribing. Bro, stop, Hannah. Mickey for subscribing, Lola for subscribing, Haley for subscribing, Mia for subscribing. Call me your names down in the chat, hit that sub on, let's go. Shout out to Bella for subscribing, Titus for subscribing, Sandra for subscribing, Lila for subscribing, Cope for subscribing, Dion for subscribing, Michael for subscribing, Autumn for subscribing, Emily for subscribing. Thank you guys so much. Let's get to 276,000. Peyton, thank you for subscribing. Zion for subscribing. Nolan for subscribing. Annabelle for subscribing. Jacob for subscribing. Isaiah, thank you for subscribing. Dash for subscribing. Jacoby for subscribing. Taylor for subscribing. Rama for subscribing. Ellie for subscribing. Thank you so much. Joe Yuri for subscribing. Let's go, chat. Thank you guys so much. Hit that sub button. Comment your names down in the chat if you want a shout out. Let's go. Shout out to Titus for subscribing. Shout out to Maddie for subscribing. Madison for subscribing. Ronaldo for subscribing. Rocky for subscribing. Emma for subscribing. Martin for subscribing. Thank you so much. Andrew for subscribing. Jaden for subscribing. Brooklyn, thank you for subscribing. Let's go. Molly for subscribing. Thank you. Essa for subscribing. Thank you, Mia, for subscribing. Thank you, Jaden, for subscribing. Bye-bye, Hannah. Shout out to Burke for subscribing. Shout out to Elliot for subscribing. Shout out to Josh for subscribing. Mila for subscribing. Robin for subscribing. Joganda for subscribing. I subbed. You have good content. Thank you so much. Thank you, Silly, for subscribing. Peyton for subscribing. Dragon for subscribing. Thank you, Becca, for subscribing. Thank you, Melody, for subscribing. Thank you, Bean, Lord Bean, for subscribing. Christian for subscribing. Iman for subscribing. Titus for subscribing. Kason for subscribing. Declan for subscribing. Bailey, thank you for subscribing. Eden for subscribing. Josh for subscribing. Guys, hit that sub button. Comment your names down in the chat. Shout out to Mary for subscribing. Shout out to Josh for subscribing. Tara for subscribing. Smile for subscribing. Shout out to Rocky for subscribing. Josh for subscribing. Thank you guys so much. How are you this Thursday? I'm doing pretty good. How about you? Guys, we are 300 subscribers away from 276. I'd appreciate if you hit that sub button and spam comment your names down in the chat if you want a shout out. I'm mean, Hannah. I'm mean. No. Shout out to Cree for subscribing. Mario for subscribing. Eliana for subscribing. Molly for subscribing. Finny for subscribing. Ellie for subscribing. Roxy for subscribing. Violet for subscribing. Izzy for subscribing. I just had to remind you that I'm still in control of this live stream. I had to give you a little reminder, you know. Shout out to Daniel. Shout out to Donna. Shout out to Grace. Shout out to Soli for subscribing. Daniel for subscribing. Narjes for subscribing. Lord Bean for subscribing. Lexa for subscribing. Mary for subscribing. Bryce for subscribing. K-Pop for subscribing. Dennis for subscribing. Stevie for subscribing. Disa, thank you for subscribing. Jiso for subscribing. Paige, thank you for subscribing. Bella for subscribing. Maya for subscribing. Capri for subscribing. Caleb for subscribing. Thank you guys so much. Hit that subscribe button. Comment your names down in the chat. You're just telling the truth, though? No, you don't know the truth, all right? Shout out to Abigail. Shout out to Emily for subscribing. Stella, thank you for subscribing. Kumba for subscribing. Addie for subscribing. Lisa for subscribing. Rico for subscribing. Guys, comment your names down in the chat. Hit that sub button. Let's go. You already subbed? Hey, W Donna, shout out to you. Shout out to Alexa for subscribing. Liam for subscribing. Leah for subscribing. Lena for subscribing. Jeremiah for subscribing. Abdullah for subscribing. Lexa for subscribing. Leah for subscribing. Riza for subscribing. Sophia for subscribing. Let's go, guys. Hit that sub button if you haven't already, and comment your names in the chat for a shout out. Pedro for subscribing. Israel for subscribing. Juan for subscribing. Ella for subscribing. Angelina for subscribing. Thank you so much. Shout out to K-Pop for subscribing. Kaden for subscribing. Bethany, thank you for subscribing. Chanela, thank you for subscribing. Amara for subscribing. Bryson, thank you for subscribing. Daisy for subscribing. Guys, hit that sub button. Comment your names in the chat. Shout out to Sam. Shout out to Maggie for subscribing. Shout out to Amara for subscribing. Kendall for subscribing. Appreciate you guys so much. Sophie, thank you for subscribing. Shout out to Iris for subscribing. Kason for subscribing. Kaylina for subscribing. Iris for subscribing. Adriana for subscribing. Chanela for subscribing. Emma for subscribing. Ava for subscribing. Leah for subscribing. Megan for subscribing. Abella for subscribing. Guys, hit that sub button. Comment your names down in the chat if you haven't already. If you want a shout out. Shout out to Random Mix for subscribing. Ava for subscribing. Leo for subscribing. Ben for subscribing. Tadzin for subscribing. Newt for subscribing. Savannah for subscribing. Isabel for subscribing. Jaden for subscribing. Alia for subscribing. London for subscribing. Malik for subscribing. Melania for subscribing. Leita for subscribing. Breezy for subscribing. Daniela for subscribing. Lily for subscribing. Sean for subscribing. Beth for subscribing. You know, I have to say that. Wait, never. You know, I'm a little bored. I want to do some. Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. Shout out to Levi for subscribing. Bro. Shout out to Grayson for subscribing. Shout out to Matthew for subscribing. Shout out to Andrew for subscribing. Shout out to Bella for subscribing. Lisa for subscribing. Zoe for subscribing. Yahia for subscribing. Shout out to Beth for subscribing. Jordan for subscribing. Sophia, thank you for subscribing. Leah, thank you for subscribing. Guys, spam comment your names in the chat. Hit that sub button if you want to shout out. Shout out to Robin. Shout out to Calvin. Shout out to Jade. Shout out to Maddox. Shout out to Andrea for subscribing. Latha for subscribing. Levi for subscribing. Landon for subscribing. Tazin for subscribing. Yuani for subscribing. Kaylee for subscribing. Greta for subscribing. Leah for subscribing. Jaw for subscribing. Palmer for subscribing. Janny for subscribing. Guys, hit that sub button. Comment your names down in the chat, guys. Let's go. I'm going to do a little bit more shout-outs, and then I'm going to just talk the rest of the live. Okay, guys? We're just going to chill for a little bit after this, after the shout-outs. Shout out to Rhea for subscribing. Shout out to Sydney for subscribing. Shout out to Megan for subscribing. Shout out to Rhea for subscribing. Anel for subscribing. C Family for subscribing. Bentley for subscribing. Sophia for subscribing. Megan for subscribing. Harry for subscribing. Andrew for subscribing. Tamira for subscribing. Tess for subscribing. Guys, hit that sub button. Comment your names down in the chat if you want to shout out. I look, you need a drink. My throat's hurting. Shout out to Cash for subscribing. Shout out to Emily for subscribing. Shout out to Emma for subscribing. Jax for subscribing. Dylan for subscribing. Maria for subscribing. Alfino for subscribing. Nor for subscribing. Holt for subscribing. Comment your guys' names in the chat. Hit that subscribe button if you want to shout out. Let's go. Shout out to Palmer for subscribing. Kason for subscribing. Layla for subscribing. Taylor, thank you for subscribing. Brooklyn, thank you for subscribing. Ariana for subscribing. Grant, thank you for subscribing. Milo for subscribing. Ava for subscribing. Melody for subscribing. Amethyst for subscribing. Leo for subscribing. Carson for subscribing. Maria for subscribing. Aaron for subscribing. Dan for subscribing. Thank you so much. Adam for subscribing. Thank you. Ty for subscribing. Shout out to Leo for subscribing. Shout out to Lizzie for subscribing. Shout out to Porter for subscribing. Shout out to Donan for subscribing. Good, Hannah. Shout out to Abby for subscribing. Drew for subscribing. Olive for subscribing. JDO for subscribing. Osmond for subscribing. Carson for subscribing. Jessica for subscribing. June He for subscribing. Errol for subscribing. Osmond, thank you for subscribing. Ria for subscribing. Carson for subscribing. JJ for subscribing. Natalie for subscribing. Holly for subscribing. Guys, hit that sub button. Comment your names down in the chat if you want to shout out. We're 100 subs away from 276. That's absolutely insane, guys. 100 subs away. If you donate, you get your name on the board, y'all. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. Hit that sub button. Comment your names down in the chat. Let's go. I'm cooked. I need water, bruh. Need water, bruh. Alright, y'all. Comment your names in the chat. Hit that sub button. Let's go. Shout out to Felix for subscribing. Bob for subscribing. Aria for subscribing. Tori for subscribing. Diane for subscribing. Kason for subscribing. Yusra for subscribing. JJ for subscribing. I do have coffee, but it's like... it's cold, and that's my last sip. Shout out to Aaron for subscribing. Mia for subscribing. Jenya for subscribing. Kai for subscribing. Dominic for subscribing. Kason for subscribing. Hallie for subscribing. Devin for subscribing. Elsie for subscribing. Ellie for subscribing. Mia for subscribing. Guys, hit that sub button. Comment your names down in the chat. Brianka. Brianka, thank you for subscribing. Kamara for subscribing. Leo for subscribing. Sinead for subscribing. Avery for subscribing. Anthony for subscribing. Ellie for subscribing. Corey for subscribing. Rhea for subscribing. Jess for subscribing. Lily for subscribing. Naya for subscribing. Run for subscribing. Caleb for subscribing. Levi for subscribing. Guys, hit that subscribe button. Comment your names in the chat. Let's go. Shout out to Tabitha for subscribing. Brandon for subscribing. Kai for subscribing. Damia for subscribing. Eric for subscribing. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to Olivia for subscribing. Hallie for subscribing. Brandon for subscribing. Emily for subscribing. Josh for subscribing. Adam for subscribing. Lizzie for subscribing. Briley for subscribing. If you guys donate, you get your name on the board. On the whiteboard, y'all. Oh. 28 more subs, guys. Shout out to Brandon. Shout out to Diana. Shout out to Embry. Shout out to Hager. Shout out to Bro Get a Life. Yo, shout out to John Dubos for saying Bro Get a Life. Thank you so much, bro. Shout out to Faye for subscribing. Shout out to Allie for subscribing. It is not I mean, bro. Like, it's a whiteboard. A whiteboard's a whiteboard, you know? It was $150, so. Shout out to Kason for subscribing. Rose for subscribing. Allie for subscribing. Milan for subscribing. Jagger for subscribing. Rose, thank you for subscribing. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to Aaron for subscribing. Milan, thank you for subscribing. Brinley for subscribing. Milan. Shout out to Rose for subscribing. Aaron, thank you for subscribing. Jalen, thank you for subscribing. Caroline, shout out to you for subscribing. Andrew, thank you for subscribing. Emily, thank you for subscribing. Camilla, Shania, Callie, Kaimani, Sydney. Will you ever do collabs? I mean, yeah, in the future. Let's go, chat. Thank you so much for our 276,000 subscribers, y'all. That is absolutely insane. The rest of the stream, we're just going to chill. We're just going to talk. Y'all can ask me questions. We'll do a Q&A for the next 5 minutes. Q&A, y'all. Y'all can ask me questions. Then I'm going to hop off live, but I'll stream later tonight. I'll stream later tonight. Appreciate you guys so much. Alright, guys. Pretty good stream. Thank you guys so much. Are you single? Yes, but I'm not ready to mingle. I'm locked in. Guys, after the stream, if you guys want to go watch this long form video right here under the videos tab, all these videos right here, bro, these top 3 videos are really good in my opinion. 1, 2, 3 videos for you guys to go watch and like and comment on if you want. That's more entertainment. Once I get off live stream, you can go watch them. And yeah, leave a heart comment in the comments so I know it's you from the live stream. And then also, guys, if you guys go like up the shorts, I really appreciate it, guys. All right, like up the shorts that I posted today. It helps out the channel a lot. Just by liking the stream, like that helps out so much, bro. Like it's insane. But I'm gonna hop off soon, guys. Y'all can ask me questions. Ask me some questions before I hop off. Ask your brothers about Travis. I bet. Your shorts are whack. Thanks, bro. Shout out to... Why am I saying shout? I do so many shout outs. I'm used to saying that, bro. Shout out to... That's bad. That's bad. Alright, y'all can ask me a couple questions. Your brothers are tough at soccer. Hey, glad to hear that. I'll tell them you said. I'm 15. How's your day? My day is good. How about you? I'm 15. Everyone go watch the long form videos. After this stream. Thank you guys so much. These 2 videos right here, even the 3rd one. These 3 videos, guys, go watch them after the stream if you're bored. If you're bored after the stream, go watch those, all right? Thank you guys so much. All right, y'all. I'm going to hop off stream now. I'll be live later tonight, most likely. So join that stream, guys. But thank you guys so much. Make sure you go like up all the shorts, like the long form videos, watch the videos, and comment hearts on the long form videos so I know it's you guys from the stream, and I'll know you're a real one if you do that. But yeah, guys, anyways, peace out. God bless y'all. Have a great rest of your day. See y'all later.